You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bro Down Podcast. I'm Tim Fulton.
I'm Andy Smith.
And this is What Do You Got? What Do You Got is a segment where each of us comes up with a topic that the other person doesn't know about. We bring it to the table and spring it on the other guy. Then we chit-chat about it for a little bit. This is Andy's turn. And his little smile makes me a little bit on the nervous side.
No, it's a good one.
Video game, co-op, and campaign. Okay, my nerd level just got way up there.
Oh, yeah.
So break it out. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about how that used to be the best part of the game.
Yeah.
And now it's either the worst part or the non-existent part.
I have strong feelings about this. Like super strong feelings about this.
Yeah.
So I think that the video game industry as a whole is currently failing the general population. The way I look at it, video games were basically like a playable alternative to movies or books, where there were these extended epics, these awesome, amazing theatrical things that you can participate in.
The story,
either alone or with your friends. And it was this awesome time, and they were replayable. Do you know how many times I've played Halo 1 and 2, the campaigns with my friends? Even to this day. Mike Bender, I know you're out there. I know we're not supposed to use names, but I'm going to. We have a campaign that we're currently playing, I think, in Halo 3. And when I come over next time, I know we're going to pick up where we left off, and we're probably going to pick up at the wrong spot and replay a whole bunch of levels over.
Yeah.
And that's some genuine awesomeness.
Yeah.
Everything these days is geared towards fighting against each other, doing these online games. It's horseshit. The campaigns aren't what they used to be. They're either boring or non-existent.
Yeah.
And I think it's a huge misjustice. And I think it's not correct. I think that the video game industry is not heading towards a direction that they should be. I think that they're making a mistake. The field is so diluted with online play that I feel like that there are missed opportunities.
I agree, but if you think like
that was my rant.
I got a couple thoughts on this. I think the reason why they do it is because all they got to do is come out with 5 maps, and they don't have to put any thought into the story.
Okay.
And then you just let people fight. And I think part of the reason it's so popular is because it's almost like a social media. Because you get a tag name, you get to customize your little fucking guy, and the leaderboards are like who's getting popular, who's getting the most likes. Yeah. And also for streaming services like Twitch, nobody wants to see somebody play a campaign over and over and over and over again. They want to see somebody how good they do against. It's like watching a fight.
You'd be surprised.
I know, but what I'm saying for the masses, like if you just look up real quick, but part of the reason why I mostly agree with you is that the campaign and the co-op were always the most fun.
Yeah.
Because you bought the game for the story, and you played the story out, and you got to be in the story. And now it's like when you play online, if you don't play all the time, like you don't even have a chance.
Yeah.
You don't have a fucking chance. The story, like, especially co-op, like if you get to play with your buddies in the same room.
Yeah.
Like when I originally thought that video games were dying as far as I knew them was PS2, because that's when it first came out with that's when they came out with Xbox Live, I think, for the first time, where you could play online. And I remember my buddy got a PS2, and there was an attachment that you put on the back so that you could go online and play with your friends online.
I remember that.
And I remember thinking, I'm like, I don't want to fucking play video games with somebody in another room. I'm like, I want to play in the same room so we could bullshit and talk and hang out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not getting it. He's like, you got to get it. I'm like, I'm not getting this because I don't want to do that, because then I can play with you all the time. It's going to get old. It's not going to be an experience anymore.
It's not the same thing.
It's the last console I ever bought.
Yeah, there you go. It's not the same thing.
Took a hard stance on it.
So I put my foot down.
I went all in.
Never bought a video game again. No, because like it used to be. I know exactly what you're talking about. It used to be an event. Like kids these days don't know how good they have it.
Young Thundercats.
they'll never know what it's like to have a LAN party. Do you ever do one of those? Like where you have like we used to
do them in college.
Yeah. We used to have like 8 Xboxes and 8 TVs.
They were easier with computers.
It was easier with computers.
Yeah.
But like I just remember like it was a straight up event. And now when you can do it all the time, it's just not the same.
No.
It just doesn't count.
It's good and it's bad. Like computer games, I only play a couple games anymore.
Yeah.
And like my buddy got me the new Call of Duty, and I would just go on there, and it's like, this is the same thing I did yesterday. There's nothing different.
Yeah.
I get like 4 or 5 kills, and I died 90 times.
Yeah.
And it's because everyone else plays so much that you have no fucking chance. And I played the co-op or the campaign in a new game that I got. Oh, I bought that Star Wars Battlefront game.
Okay.
That actually has a decent campaign, but it's very short. It's very short.
That's the thing I noticed, that if there are campaigns, they're short.
Campaigns back in the day for like early PS2 games, like some of the campaigns would take you like a couple months to get through it, of like a couple hours a day.
Yeah.
And the campaigns now, like I buy a video game, I beat it in 2 days, and I don't play that much.
Yeah.
Played like a couple hours a day.
You can just rip right through it. It's nothing. It's almost like a tutorial to how to play online.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're ever going to go back to that.
I think that... So, I don't know if they're going to go heavy into the co-op campaign style thing, where you play with someone else in the same room. But
well, that's dead.
Yeah,
that's basically dead.
That's dead, unfortunately. But there have been a lot of single-player games that have come out recently, and it kind of... Nintendo taking the lead with it, because they came out, I want to say like 2 years ago. How long has the Switch been out? I think like 2 years.
I don't even know what that is.
The newest Nintendo.
Okay.
It's like the Wii, but on crack.
Okay.
So they came out with the Switch, and then they came out with a Mario game and a Zelda game and a whole bunch of stuff. And then Nintendo did a whole bunch. Not Nintendo. I think Sony came out with a couple of single-player games, and all of them sold phenomenally.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of like reiterating to the entire industry, like, hey, single-player games with like good storylines, they're not dead.
Yeah.
Like we enjoy these. Keep doing it. I think the original, or the Mario that came out, was like outsold every game that year. Like,
well, the Mario 2 was Mario.
Yeah, I know Mario and Zelda are probably they're such high tier games. Where is it going with this? Oh, but so there's another weird new direction that they're going. So the online play has been so prominent, right? That a lot of these companies are no longer just gearing towards selling to the population so they can have like a constant online presence. They want to make leagues. And so far, the most successful one that I've seen, people can correct me if I'm wrong because I don't really follow these things, but the Overwatch League. They knew what they were doing from the get-go. They created this game Overwatch. They released it. Fantastic gameplay. Had a bunch of maps. And it sold very well from the beginning. They kept updating it. And I asked my friend, they didn't just update it, but they created a backstory to it. So in-game, you don't really see too much of a storyline. There's no campaign whatsoever. It's just teams. It's 6-on-6 or 3-on-3. It can get weird. But I'm so cold. I'm like jittery.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
So we're not going to make this one long. But they have like comics, and like they'll make like the cinematic pieces about it. And I asked my buddy, I'm like, why are they doing this? Because like they don't need, the game already sold super well. Like there's a cult following to this. And he's like, they're making a league, like a legitimate, like,
what do you mean a league?
Like an NFL style. And it exists. It currently is in existence. Like an NFL style. Certain cities have teams and they compete in a league.
For money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it is a full on, straight up, 100% gaming league based on this one video game.
But you have to be a certain rank to get into the league?
You make the team. Like the cities, I don't know how they formally set up the teams, but they're already made. So like you would cut a player the same way you would cut an NFL player and get someone else in, I guess. I don't know. But like there are, like, it's a legitimate thing. It's on Twitch. We could watch it if we wanted to. We can watch old episodes. But like that is kind of the new direction people are going, because now not only are they selling video games, they're making TV shows.
Yeah.
Like it is like Twitch on
competition.
Crack. Yeah. So that is the newest direction that certain companies with certain games are going to.
I also think that there's a big, like the people, the kind of people that you get in certain games, it varies drastically.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty is notorious for being the most like hate-filled, shit-talking fucking group of people.
Yeah, people get along.
And I think that most of those kind of games are like that because you're anonymous, you're just fucking doing whatever. There's no like connection to the game. But it's weird because if you go to games like Warcraft back in the day,
Yeah.
what they used to have is player versus player, like servers, and then they had player versus environment. So like if you were somebody that wanted to do PvP, you went into that server. If you didn't want to do that, you just went into the PvE. And guys would pretty much follow those kind of rules.
Yeah. So going back to Overwatch, I did play that for a little while.
Okay.
Real quick story. Everyone has headsets. You can talk to each other, but no one really does, but you can. I just remember hearing this. I kept killing this one guy. Oh, no, maybe it was a chat, but I just kept killing this one guy over and over, simply because he just kept on coming to my line of sight. After a while, you just see him type in, Diva, you N-word faggot. I was just like, everyone else.
That's all it is in the chats. That's all it is.
Yeah, but it's not that common in Overwatch, so everyone else was like, whoa!
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's a different, but
different.
Call of Duty, that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's all hate in the lobby. That's all it is.
It was just so funny because everyone else at the same time, because you can hear your teammates, but you can't hear the other team. But I heard my entire team go, whoa!
But
what did you do to him?
the thing that's funny about that is you know that like something like that is funny because the dude did it because he was getting killed. He was frustrated. Most people are just dickheads with it, though. They just start, like, as soon as the lobby opens up, they're like, racial slur, racial slur, racial slur.
I don't know what it is about anonymity that makes people just want to be.
There's no consequences.
I know, but, like.
There's no consequences.
Yeah, I guess that is it.
That's why you're like, oh, you know, so-and-so is such an asshole because he's rich. It's like, dude, you're the biggest piece of shit online when you go into a game lobby. What the fuck you think you would do if you had fuck you money? You'd be an asshole.
You'd be an asshole.
You show it every Saturday that you play against 8-year-olds. Tell them that you're gonna bang their mom if they kill you again.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I can't take playing with little kids. I know that's weird.
They got some balls on them with the shit talking though, dude.
Yeah, see that weirds me out.
It does.
You'll
talk shit back to.
I don't want to talk
8-year-old.
shit to an 8-year-old kid because he's an 8-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Guy should enjoy having his innocence. Then he turns around and
There's
starts
no innocence.
mouthing at, there's no innocence, and I don't want to take that. But he's still 8, so I don't want to dish it out either. I can't do it.
What's funny is when you're the guy that's not part of the argument, and you're just listening to like a 40-year-old man shit talk this 12-year-old. And
See,
the
there's something
12-year-old
wrong- there's
doesn't
something
have
wrong
the
with that.
vocabulary down where he like knows what words mean, so he's just mashing curse words together. They don't fit. And the guy, like, he doesn't even know enough to know that the 40-year-old dude made a good insult. You know what I mean? Where like he says something that everyone finds funny, and the other kid just not phased because he doesn't even know what it means.
I don't
It's
know
like,
what that
yeah, whatever,
means.
whatever.
I don't have the experience to understand that. So
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. I'm frozen.
Yeah, I'm frozen. We have to call this.
Yep, that's it.
Let us know what you think about the state of video games and all that other bullshit. Like, subscribe, go to brodownpro.com for all your awesome gear.
Yes, sir.
I think that about does it.
That about does it. I can see my own breath still.
We'll see you guys next time.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all